check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Welcome, one and all, to a brand new Comfy Couch Cast. I am your host, CatBit. Who are you people?
Your mom and Shane. Not your mom, no. Never your mom.
You're my mom though.
You're a MILF?
No, I'm a gilf.
It's like
What?
a goth MILF?
No, a gilf is like a grandma.
Oh, I don't know why, but when you said gilf, I was like, is that like a mythical ghost beast?
You know what? Like that actually sounds better. You know what? I am that.
You know, random. I'll be honest. Like, whenever I think of a spirit animal for you, I imagine you'd be a goat.
Lol.
Wow.
Cause you have
Honestly,
like that. Cause you have like that rock. Like, if you saw a goat with a dreadlock or like a mullet, like that would look fucking rad.
mullets are awful.
Really?
Yeah, they're disgusting.
Mullets,
don't you have a mullet?
Jortson.
I don't have a mullet. What the fuck?
Then then you have like beautiful native Indian hair, or what?
I just have long hair. That's it.
Then you have don't you technically have a mullet?
The only people who use mullets are like people want to eat the Death Kwon-Do sandwich, and people think that are still cool.
Also Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld.
Have you seen
What's
what
the
he
deal
looks
with
like?
mullets?
Have you seen what he looks like nowadays? He doesn't even have his mullet. He's just like he has like a little short stubby hair, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Cause I was watching comedians in cars getting coffee with my family, and it's really funny seeing like an old Jerry Seinfeld. You're like, oh, you're old. Also, speaking of old, I saw like what John Travolta looks like right now, and he kind of looks like a balding Santa. I'm like, damn, he looks really different.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. But
Yeah.
I don't care about John Travolta.
Why? What do you do to you?
Everything.
What?
Nah, I just don't care for him.
Oh, well, he's a nice guy.
He just did Pulp Fiction, and that's pretty much all I seen him in.
At least it isn't like Wayne Knight, where nowadays you can't even tell that it's actually the same guy.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't like Wayne Knight lose a shitload of weight?
Yes, he did, and he looks. And I am very concerned now because that doesn't look like Wayne Knight.
Well, I mean, at least he's healthy.
I know, but it's like,
Why do you care when why, you bastard?
I'm not. I'm sorry. Let's talk about our topics today before we start going at each other's throats.
Long story short, Wayne Knight's beautiful. Next.
Okay.
So y'all hear about this new fancy Sega Mini thing and how it's not really good apparently?
Nope.
Yeah. I've been hearing that there's like audio issues.
Oh wait, yeah, I have heard about that. Like the music's off, like the sound effects are they're down a step. I kind of don't like that because if I want to play like I guess Sonic 2 or Sonic 3, I do want to hear like the music how it's supposed to sound and not sound deeper.
Oh, you mean like where the music's lower than the sound effects, which you should never do that in a game?
Never do that.
Yeah.
Random. Sonic 3 isn't coming to the Sega Genesis Mini.
Oh, they done it before. Like they made like their own like mini Sega like Genesis kind of thing. They did it twice, and they made the same mistake.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, but it's like that wasn't even made by Sega.
All right.
Wait, what's that one like Xbox exclusive where it was like a bunch of old Sega games on the consoles?
Oh, which one? I think I remember playing that at someone's house once. Sonic's Mega Collection.
Yeah, no, not the GameCube one. It's like this one where it was like a bunch of other ones, like Ultra Beast and...
Yeah, it's Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. Now I remember.
Yeah, it was on PS3 and 360.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the GameCube one, because that's actually how I know what Sonic is, because of that collection.
No, it's like the Sonic Collection, like the one that has like a lot of the a lot of the games from the Genesis titles, that's the one that I remember playing at like a friend's house.
Yeah, that was a really cool idea, but I wish it would have like important games. Like I've heard like they do have some other good games. Like I've heard they have like Toe Jam and Arrow and like Earthworm Jim, which is good that they're like caring about weird obscure games. But I'm like, you should really fix your thing.
Yeah, fix the music. Also, I find it weird to like that one Mickey game they made for the Genesis is coming out on this collection.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
you figure like Disney would be like, what the fuck? What is this?
What are you doing with our character?
Was the Aladdin one on that? Because
No, it's
people.
the Castle of Illusion game.
No, I know, but like, are they also putting the Aladdin one? Because people always say the Sega Aladdin was better than the SNES
No,
version.
no, the Aladdin game for Genesis is coming out in like a separate collection with like the Lion King.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing that. Like, well, people are saying like, well, I like the Super Nintendo version, but that's cool and all.
I heard
This-
about that. Yeah, they were gonna like remaster Lion King and also like Aladdin. I'm like, do people really want that?
They're
Well,
not remastering these games. They're just doing what like they did with like the Mega Man ports recently, where they're just like
do they have save states? Because I actually.
they have save states and a rewind feature. Also, like a level
Oh yeah,
also
that's
like
actually a really good idea to do that.
Hmm.
yeah,
Because I've heard that the Lion King game was really fucking hard, especially I think at one level. Like I think that one level that was originally supposed to be in the movie, but it wasn't. But they were like, "Oh, let's just put in the game."
Oh, do you
Because
know what the worst level? Because I had this game on Super Nintendo.
what was the worst
uh,
level?
It was like I Can't Wait to Be King. Like
Yeah, this is what I'm talking
that
about.
one.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Because I think like there was supposed to be a weird dream sequence or some shit, but they're like, "We're not gonna add this movie. You can add in this video game." Because I think like that was the whole like blue shirt Bart scenario where it's like they're doing all this stuff at the same time and like they're not giving few notes like, oh actually Bart doesn't have a blue shirt anymore. It's like, oh, they're like, well, too late, we already put the marketing.
Yeah, but I think that's like different for like this. I think that this was just like something they want to add in for the game.
I always thought that they also do that for games because do you know Toy Story 2 on PS1?
Yeah.
Do you ever notice that at the level where it's Andy's house? Do you notice that like his house in that game looks very similar to the one in Toy Story 1, even though they stayed and show that like they're moving?
I think it's like they were making it long before like
Yeah.
they finished the second.
That's what I always thought. Like I always thought like they were doing this and then they're like, "Oh, we're doing a second one." And they're like, "Oh, well shit. We already have this house." I was like, "Just make it different. No one will care, but I do."
All right, but here's like how like a lot of these things work for like licensing for video games and even children's books. Because they have like children's book tie-ins for like the movie when it comes out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they always have like those books that are based off of movies and it's like, well, why bother watching the movie if you're gonna read the book?
Because they're very actually involved in like with the production because they actually invite them in the studio to actually look at the production and they basically go on from like what they have.
And is it true that they actually spoiled what happens in the book?
Honestly, like while they're going in the studio when they're like working on the movie, so they gotta like take all the notes they can.
Yes, I've
So
always
they
wondered.
gotta know everything.
So I've always wondered, like when I see those books where it's like, oh, here's a book of Toy Story 3 or Toy Story 4. It's like, did they literally spoil the movie in the book?
I mean, did they show like the garbage scene where like they were gonna be sent?
Yes, they did.
Really?
I
Really?
remember. Here's something I remember. I remember when I saw Toy Story 3 in theaters. This was opening weekend, and the theater gave like booklets for the kids who like show up on the first day. And I looked through it, and it spoiled the movie for me. I'm like, what the fuck,
What the hell?
assholes!
Why would they do that? It's like, then why even bother watching the movie?
Well,
That sucked for me.
And it's like, why would you really want to read the book version? It's like 20 pages when you could just watch the movie, dum-dums.
Exactly.
Yeah, but why would you give it to like kids before they're seeing the movie?
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you do that?
I don't
Why
know.
would you do that to a child?
But you get what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
they actually invite them in, like video game developers and like children's book, like artists and stuff. Like they give them all like the details they did, because when they're in a production, like a lot of stuff is like done years before they come out. Like, how could you say? Let's say if they're working on like books for like Inside Out. Inside Out's been in production since like 2010 or something.
Yeah.
So, like, they could have invited them in between 2010 and 2015, and they would give them like the gist on like how everything's going on, so they can like make children's book, and they could be done probably years before like the book came out, like, or even the movie. So like they hold them off until like they come out.
That stuff is interesting.
Because
Like
I've worked on productions where like we have like stuff done like months before like they released to the world.
you always feel like, haha, I know something you don't. You're like, that feels cool.
Yeah, like that's happened to me. That's happened to me with like we're actually going to talk about it later in the podcast with something.
Yeah.
Like I've always like when you're like whenever I work on a comic, I'm like, I know stuff other people don't know yet.
Like
yes.
what? Well, that's different than like you working on your own stuff, because that's your own thing. So of course you're gonna know what you're doing.
But like if you have like fans who are like, we want to see what this looks like, and like I can't show you yet, but you're kind of getting excited because like you're seeing, and you're like, I can't wait for other people to see this.
I mean, yeah, that's always nice.
Like Brandon,
it's
when you made
different
that
between-
one animation for that blue character and his bear friend, where you're like, oh god, I feel so happy doing this. I'm like the only one seeing it, but like other people see it too.
Yeah, when I was working on Egg Day, I would like show like little snippets of it. Like I would show you like a frame of animation that it's like inked, or like I would show rough animation saying only like little bits of it just to get people excited.
Yeah, it's always cool seeing like animatics and like seeing actual animation. I remember when that happened with Rick and Morty or like Becky Prim. Well, I hope like is he still doing stuff with Becky Prim, or is he? Well, I know he's busy doing like other stuff, but
He worked on SpongeBob, I heard.
Yeah, he's working on SpongeBob. He's doing like stuff for Cuphead.
Yeah, good for that guy.
Yeah, but I'm always wondering like, what's up with Becky Prim?
I think he can like still work on it, but like I guess he has less time to do it because he's actually working in the industry now.
No, I get that.
Here's the good thing about like getting your stuff out there. Like if your stuff is noticed on the internet, say if you're like, I don't know, Becky Prim guy, and you notice like this guy is getting a lot of like attraction from like his little animatic, like that's definitely gonna like companies are definitely gonna notice that, and then they're gonna be like, hey, would you want to come down and actually work on stuff? Like that stuff actually does matter.
Yeah, that's what my dad always says. Like he knows I do comics, and it's like Shane truly like posts that says like I will and shall. That's why like I have been like getting on and off on comics, because one, I want to improve my inking, and two, I want to get good at digital art, and also I want to have enough money to actually buy a better scanner where I don't have to cut up my pieces, because for anyone who does comics, here's a pro tip: use big pieces of paper. Don't use like simple standard small piece of paper. That's a bad idea.
That's what my girlfriend does.
Yeah, like I remembered when I did my Alan comic. For those who wondering, I have a character named Alan. I did a comic for him, but like the pages, they were too small, and I would do like at least 3 panels a page because they were too small. And I kind of realized that's kind of a bad idea, but like then I learned that like, you should probably just get bigger paper, because I remember when I was watching like uh Rob Straub when he does like Scud the Disposable Assassin, like when he does like his process, I'm like, oh wait a second, that guy has like big ass piece of paper that's like the size of his chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh okay. Or like when I see like Ducks in April do ink art, I'm like noticing, oh that paper is really big, so I should probably do that myself too.
Yeah.
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 That's
One
why, like
other-
I say, when you want to be an inker or do a comic book, you should probably like watch other people ink and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's really fascinating seeing people ink.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I'm still learning because like I still have that problem where it's like when I look at my inks really closely, I'm like, these lines are not smooth. They're all like they look like little shits.
That's
Yeah.
definitely part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll understand it. I was proud of this one comic I did recently.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear.
I've made comics before, but I've never really went out and actually pursued like keep on making them.
No, I get that. That's like something I want to do because like because I think like doing comics or graphic novels can really help people's art, and also it's just fun to like challenge yourself. Like whenever, like sometimes I remember I used to be scared of doing comics because that would require me to like do different poses, do different backgrounds, and like draw stuff like say a car or a building. It was like I don't actually want to do that.
Yeah, like that's why I like doing storyboards a lot because that requires me to do that
Yeah.
because I'm storyboarding like many different like processes and like and stuff. I'm storyboarding a short right now. I'm storyboarding my own thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I have a storyboard artist for like another like internet project because I partnered with a comic artist.
Nice.
So I got like multiple things going on, and I'm like, I'm killing myself. And why am I
Right.
doing this to myself?
Just don't stress yourself.
Yeah, and
Never-
also I got like this freelance project I'm doing.
Do tell.
Yeah. I don't know why I do this to myself.
At least it isn't as bad as me just like, constantly being stressed out 24/7 trying to like make stuff and just like finish artwork on a deadline.
That's like what I gotta do. I accept this with like multiple things because I gotta do commissions. I gotta do like my own thing. I gotta like do like my freelance project, and I gotta like give like I was once commissioned to do like a model pack for someone for their pitch Bible one time. While I was doing like
A model
like Head
pack?
Day. Yeah.
What's a model pack?
A model pack is basically stuff with like turnarounds, like character lineups,
Oh, like a
along with
model sheet.
expression sheets. Like it's everything
Oh, that's cool.
in one.
Yeah, it's understandable. What is?
Anyway, do you want to move on to the next topic?
Yeah. Next topic is favorite T-shirts growing up.
Well, wait, we didn't finish about ROMs and stuff because we were like
Well-
skewed over.
We
Well-
never really talked about ROMs yet.
Yeah, that's
We were just
ROMs
talking
and-
about like Sega.
because we were like it's like I mentioned like these mini consoles that people try and do, they always end up sucking.
I don't know when you were talking about ROMs, I'm mostly thinking about when people like did emulators back then, where they made like N64, like Project 64.
Oh yeah, I remember that a lot.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's funny that whenever people do stuff like that, they know how to make the graphics clearer and the controls better because they actually put effort. Because it's funny like seeing Sony acting like we care about that, but you don't show it.
Because I have a Dolphin emulator where I have like many different ROMs for like Mario
Cute.
and for like Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. I have that. I also have Twilight Princess on there. I have Sonic Heroes.
Oh yeah, and like it looks all clear.
I got a Bobobo game, but it's all in Japanese, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
You don't have like an English translation.
No, it's just the
Oh.
Japanese one. I don't know how I got it, but it's there.
I want to get that Captain Rainbow game. That game looks funny.
Yeah,
It
Also,
does.
isn't that made from the people who made Chibi Robo?
yeah.
It is.
I want to get that because I love Chibi Robo.
I remember like Chibi Robo. I used to go to a friend's house and I used to play that like all the time. He was very into that. He was also into Pikmin too.
I love Pikmin 2. That's like my favorite game in the series.
Like both games are very relaxing and atmospheric.
True.
yeah.
But what is it? Like I remember I bought some games on the PS3 store and like they're fine, but I would really wish that they would enhance the graphics and not make it look all pixely and shit.
hmm
Cause
Yeah,
I was playing Bully and like it's a fun game, but like I would really love to see that game in HD.
I love Bullies so much.
I don't know if I mentioned before, but like I prefer playing Bully over any other Rockstar game, honestly.
hmm Well, have you ever played like the Red Dead games? Because I honestly think the Red Dead games are really fun.
I don't remember. I think I played like the first one for like 10 minutes and I was kind of confused. I want to give it a second chance, but
Yeah, give it a second chance because
yeah.
Red Dead 2 is amazing.
Yeah.
Also play what was that one game with like the also play LA Noir. Like
Yeah, LA
please
Noir. That
please
But
support that game, especially after like all the hell the developers were forced into
wait,
by their awful boss.
I thought LA Noir sucked.
no, it
LA
was great.
Noir LA
Oh.
Noir is a great game. It's like it was forced under development hell because like the lead director was a piece of shit.
Oh, is that same guy who like did stuff for that game with the fungus zombies and like he was being a real pervert?
No, that was someone else. I think like what happened did a video on it.
Oh, okay. Cuz
I'll
I
send
was
it.
like,
I'll send
wait
you
a
the
second.
link after the podcast.
Yeah. Cuz I was like, wait a second. This sounds familiar.
hmm Yeah, but still, LA Noir is honestly a really great game. It's just like it got a bad rep because of that.
Wait, I
Ye-
still probably think of a different like 1940s gangster game. Can't remember.
Yeah,
But yes, like I love seeing like the people who do like PS1 emulators and they actually clear the graphics. You know that?
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah, it's
it's
like how do
on.
they do that?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how like they do that with like remastering games, but like I just let them do what they do.
Yeah.
At least I can play the game as convenient.
I
Yeah,
love I love when the Wii U came out and they were doing virtual console for N64 games. I love seeing how they actually HD the graphics and it's like it looks really funny seeing that.
hmm Yeah.
honestly, it looks. Honestly, like PS1 games in particular just look weird in HD. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, you're right.
Wait, which
N64 too.
yeah, it's really it has like a really funny feel to it.
hmm
Like
Also,
I
here's another thing. Like, I wanted to bring this up for like a ROM.
yeah.
So I remember they remastered Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask for the GameCube Zelda Collector's Edition.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I had that. That's actually how I knew what Zelda was because of that collection.
That's great. It's honestly like my favorite like collection of anything. So
Me too.
here's the thing with Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask has like really bad frame like rate drops like in like the Zelda Collector's Edition.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, like even warns you in the loading screen when they're loading it, like, oh, we have like a lot of frame drops for
Hmm.
it.
I think I've noticed that whenever it goes to black, because I remember like the music would get kind of lag. I think that's the only time I've ever noticed that.
Yeah, Majora's Mask suffered from that. Ocarina of Time, like in the Zelda Collector's Edition, suffered from that too.
Hmm.
Because like I guess like doing GameCube was like different back then, so like adding like different ports of all of like two games in like one disc is kind of like overwhelming
Yeah.
because the technology wasn't at its point then. Resident Evil also suffered from that too.
Oh, it did. I figured because people always say the one on GameCube was the best version.
It is the best version,
Hmm.
What
but
was
like
it?
they did a really good job in like remastering it for the PS4 too.
Is it like one of those lag things where it doesn't really matter?
Um, it doesn't really matter in like Resident Evil, but like you notice it.
But is it
But
like, is it really gonna bother you? Because like, I don't really care for lags that much. Like, whenever I have a lag in a game, it's always like not. It's never like going like that'll affect me. Like I remember like, oh, I've had a lag where the game loads, and that's about it.
Yeah.
it doesn't really like bother you unless like it actually gets you killed in the game.
Yeah.
Because when you're moving on to another room, like it just like for a second, like it has to process that you're moving to another room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you got to deal with that.
Yeah. What
Mm-hmm.
else is it? I'd say it's like I feel like in a way it's like I feel like that the GameCube was only powerful enough to like do ports for NES and Super Nintendo games. I don't know if it was possible for them to
No,
do
I
ports
think it
for like
was too.
because like from like the way you described the Ocarina and Majora's Mask ports on the GameCube, it's like it sounds like the GameCube wasn't technologically powerful enough to run those games at the time.
I think like it was already confirmed at this point. Like the GameCube wasn't the most powerful processing system. I think the most powerful one was the PS2.
No, it was
Yeah.
the Xbox.
Oh, it was the Xbox.
Funny enough, the PS2 is actually weaker in hardware than the GameCube.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I'm
never
gonna
knew that.
sound like a dick, but like I always thought the PS2 was a broken piece of shit. Now, if people out there love the PS2, that's fine. You love what you want, but personally with me, I thought it was a broken shit.
I love the PS2.
I like the PS2 as well.
Well, listen, if you love the PS2, that's fine. I'm not gonna shit on you like an asshole. Love what
Okay.
you want, and I love you.
Please,
Okay,
please don't hurt my feelings like that, man.
quit doing voices, ass. No one's gonna.
I
I don't
know.
know.
Like
I-
seriously,
Yeah.
seriously, if someone out there prefers PS2, that's fine. Like I'm sorry for shitting on your favorite console. I don't want to be a dick, but like with me, like I had two PS2s and they all broke and they're all a piece of shit. You know, I treat my consoles like little babies. I babysit them and I take care of them real good, especially my old ass consoles. Like
Do
I
you
still
put them to
have
sleep?
yes. I give them a kiss on a little cheek and I read them a story. But no, seriously, like I still have my NES and SNES. I make sure I clean them up and I make sure they're still fresh and brand new. Cause like taking care of old consoles is very important. But for some odd reason with the PS2, like I've always make sure to vacuum it, and it still acts like I abandoned it, and I never do.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Yeah.
why, like, I always prefer playing GameCube games. And now it's
Honestly,
like
the
whenever,
GameCube has a long lifespan.
yeah, true.
I
Also,
mean,
I think the disc too are better. I think they also last long because they're smaller.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yes. Because I noticed the PS2 discs, they get scratched to all hell.
I got the PS2 from this one creep. Like, the controllers are a little busted, but it's like, thankfully, it didn't affect my gameplay. I mean, like, the only game I would say it did affect my enjoyment for negatively was like the second Sly Cooper game, but that was just like for one. That was just like for a couple mini games that it really bugged me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the PS. I don't know why, but the PS2 controller was very clunky to me. Like when I went back to it because I was trying to play some PS2 games like Simpsons Hit and Run or Scooby Doo or SpongeBob, and I'm like, I like these controls. They feel too big, and I don't know why, but the feel of it just feels off-putting to me. It feels like I'm gonna break them, and I don't even notice.
I think the PS3 controller was better.
No, yeah,
PS4 controller is definitely better in my opinion. I never got the PS3.
I think with each iteration of the PlayStation, the controls get better and better, honestly. So that's why I
Yeah.
think the PS4. Like, what's your favorite controllers?
My favorite controller, the GameCube,
GameCube
controller.
Yes.
GameCube
I
controller definitely.
like if I think it has the perfect shape. The buttons are placed really well, and I love that they're different colors, and I love just the way it looks.
Mhm.
Like
Honestly,
that's, in my opinion, that's how you make a good console.
Yeah.
I
What's
feel
the
like
worst controller?
Nintendo 64.
I'll be honest, I think it's okay. Like it's not horrible,
I
but
like it.
I
yeah, but
held that thing for an hour, and like my hands were cramping afterwards.
because
Mhm.
you got pussy ass hands.
Yeah, okay, Shane, sure.
Yeah, I grew up with like the N64, so I knew like how to like handle it. So my hands
Yeah.
were used to it. Also, I got small hands.
I grew up with like the Nintendo Wii and like the Wii U. That the Wii U gamepad was incredibly comfortable when I first had it, but it's like now
Yeah,
a
it's
little
alright.
too big for my liking.
Yeah.
I got
Also-
more used to like the Switch.
Same here.
Yeah, honestly, like, I always prefer using the Pro controllers instead of like those little Joy-Cons things. 'Cause they feel so tiny to me.
Oh yeah, those are great.
No, I like them, but like, they just feel tiny to me. I need like a
Mhm.
bigger control. That's why I love using the Pro controller.
I use like the handles for the Joy Cons because like I can't even hold like one of them at a time because like my hands are way too damn. I don't like using the Joy Cons like an NES controller because my hands are way too damn big for those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right,
like
can
look
I
at these
bring up the
tiny
worst?
big boys.
Can I bring
Yes.
up like the worst controller ever?
What is
What?
it?
The worst controller is the Steam controller.
Yeah, it does.
Have you
It really
seen the
does.
Steam controller? Like this thing don't even have like a D-pad to like move the camera.
I bought that just for Cuphead because I don't know how to plug that shit in on my computer. I was like,
What
listen,
the fuck is this controller?
I don't know. Post it on the screen so everyone can see.
Look at this
Where's
shit.
the analog stick?
There
Where's the
is no-
Where's the D-pad?
And why
That
is
is
it
the D-pad.
also? Why does it look like it's the way it's curved? It's kind of curved weird. Like it feels like the curve should be in the back of the thing, not in front of it.
It's so awkward to hold too.
Yeah, like it feels like you're holding it in the back.
Yes.
I bought that thing for Cuphead because, like I said, I don't know how it works when you plug in a game controller into a computer. Because I'm an idiot. Like I don't know how that works, and so this was the only solution. And I thought it was okay, but I was like, this control is weird.
Yeah.
And then I just bought Cuphead on Switch because I was like, listen, first of all, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I think Cuphead looks way cooler on a TV than on a computer
A
screen.
CRT TV especially.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like I think, like I mean, if people love doing it on Steam, that's fine. But like, I just think the appeal will look cooler on a TV.
Yeah, hey, can we rush through like the last three topics before we go? Because like we have like I believe like 10 more minutes from what I've heard.
Oh yeah, long story
Uh,
short, make better ROMs and also have save states, update the graphics, make them crispier, and for the love of God, if you're gonna do one of those stupid small consoles things, have more games. Like that's why people, I've heard from Caddy that like people have managed to actually put more games onto that thing. I don't know how they do it, but I want to do that myself if I ever had.
It's called jailbreaking. You know, the one thing that Sony pisses their pants at if you ever mention it in front of their face.
But just like Sony, that kind of helps your company, like, makes people realize, look at these games. Like, maybe if you actually know how to do that stuff, they wouldn't do that.
I don't know. They're a bunch of pussies in my opinion with that.
And
Yeah.
also, it's like, Sony, if you think that's hard, then just hire ROM people to do it themselves. They seem to know how to do it well.
Yeah. What else? Favorite T-shirts. Let's get this along quick.
My favorite T-shirt was when I was a child. I had a Luigi T-shirt that I wore all the time until I think he started to peel off, where it's just a little weird outline. And then I also had a Simpsons T-shirt. You know the one of Homer's donut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've had that T-shirt for so many years, and like it was all dirty. It looked nasty, and there was like lots of stains because it was a white shirt. And I remember my mom's like, "You need to get rid of that shirt." But it's like, but I love this shirt. But then I had to get rid of it because I think it ripped up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I remember having like as a kid like this Buzz Lightyear T-shirt that I really loved wearing a lot when I was younger because like I didn't watch the Toy Story movies, but I did grow up watching like the Buzz Lightyear cartoon that they used to air on Toon Disney.
I used to watch that too.
I had that movie on VHS. I never saw the show. The only thing I know from the show is that Buzz Lightyear's not voiced by Tim Allen. He's voiced by Patrick Warburton, which is really weird.
But to be fair, like didn't they use like the original Toy Story cast for like the CGI segments of the show
Well,
or something?
I think they use Jim Hanks to do Woody because that's what they always do. You know that whole
Oh
thing?
yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, whenever you hear merchandise of Toy Story, it's so like Woody's always voiced by Tom Hanks's brother Jim.
I mean, they did the same thing with with Kingdom Hearts, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you see like Kingdom, like any Toy Story game that has Woody, it's always Jim.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah.
What else?
I mean, this doesn't really matter because they kind of sound very similar.
And for shirts that I used to own, like during my early teens, there was this Hey Arnold shirt that I really enjoyed because, like, as a kid, I really loved watching Hey Arnold, and also this N64 T-shirt because like it was the
Lucky.
console I used to own when I was a kid. The problem is like I grew out of those shirts, and now my younger siblings are the ones who got a hold of them, and let's just say they kind of destroyed those shirts.
I'm sorry to
Yeah,
hear that.
it always
Yeah.
sucks when like you want to grow up a T-shirt, but you have to.
Hmm.
You're like,
Luckily
it's not
for
fair.
me, I never really grew that much.
You're like you're kind of like you're like a Jack Skellington.
Yeah, I don't really gain weight. I also like haven't really grown that much in height. Like I had a growth spurt like when I was like around like 7th to like ninth grade.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much all I grew. I just stayed at like 5'5".
Mm-hmm.
I'm still having a growth spurt. Like, is it true that like growth spurts stop when you're like 21?
Yes. And
Yeah,
I haven't
I had to
I'm
like
way past that.
I was forced to take steroids at like the age of 10 because like the doctors
wait,
were
what?
told I had to take steroids for my legs just to grow because like the doctors told me that I was under height at that time.
Jesus.
Shit. But like, can I talk about t-shirts with me? When I was a kid, I never really had t-shirts. I had to go with like just like the regular stuff because we couldn't really afford really nice t-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And then like when I started listening to music, I was like, I'm gonna buy my own t-shirts now. So I started buying like all band t-shirts, and
Nice.
that's pretty much my only like form of like clothes is all band t-shirts, and I've collected over the years. I even had to get rid of some of them because like they faded, and also like I needed like room for new ones because like that's all I care about. Like band t-shirts.
Did you ever get an Invader Zim T-shirt?
Oh my god, of course I have.
One T-shirt that I really wish to get is like this Nicktoons T-shirt that like I always see a lot of like Macy's.
Oh yeah, I always see kids wore that in high school. Even I'm pretty sure I never saw the shows.
I saw those shows at that as a kid because like
I'm
those
not
were the
saying
only.
you weren't.
No, I know it's like because like those are the only shows I was able to watch at the time because like my parents blocked the main Nickelodeon channel for me at that age.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up, you're right
Because
back.
I remember like the Zim t-shirts I used to have. Like this was during like the Invader Zim like boom, like in like merchandise in like the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
I had like Gur on a taco. I had like Gur on the pig. I had like Zim like at a spaceship. It was like the old ones.
I'm back. What up? Sorry, my chicken was acting crazy. What I miss?
Oh, your chicken. I was
Yeah.
just talking about like the Zim shirts I grew up with. Like this was during like the Hot Topic era when it was considered good.
Yeah.
When
Dude,
honestly it wasn't good. It was a horrible time to be alive.
are they still doing like Invader Zim or Nightmare for Christmas? Or are they like, we're done?
No, they're still there. It's just not as much.
Oh, that's sad.
Hot Topic is now just like the pop store.
Ew.
I thought I thought GameStop was the pop store.
No, GameStop is totally the pop stop.
Think Geek is the pop store too. Like there's too many like
I never
pops.
really see any pop figures in Think Geek. They usually have like cool ones, actually.
No,
Pop
like they have
figures
like
are-
a whole wall. They have a whole wall of them.
there are too many pop figures there's like so many pop figures to the point that it's actually insane, and when is this gonna stop? Like, honestly, when are they gonna put an end to this?
Yeah.
I'll never stop.
Anyway, what's next?
Any thoughts on like Gendy Tartakovsky's new cartoon Primal?
I'm so fucking excited for it. That's a.
It's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Do you
glad
remember when
that
I?
he's
Sorry,
still
what?
doing stuff.
Oh yeah. You want I remember when I brought up like you get to see like stuff during the production like over time. So I got to see production art for like character designs and like background designs for Primal like over a year ago.
Are you allowed to say this?
No, I wasn't.
No, I mean like, are you allowed to say this now?
I can say it now, yes, since Primal
Okay, good.
was
I was
announced.
like, because I figured someone would be like, "Hey, can you not say that, motherfucker?"
Yeah.
If I went to full detail what I saw, like then it's bad.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just
obviously.
saying I saw designs since like they announced it. I can say I saw them.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, it's like I also keep seeing like people on Twitter making this comparison, and it's kind of I would say that it's impossible because like everyone's saying like the caveman from Primal is the same caveman from Dexter's Lab from that one episode.
Nah, they look really different. Like he kind of looks like John Redcorn from King of the
King of the
Hill.
Hill. Yeah.
Also, if you notice, them boy has a 6-pack. This caveman does not have a 6-pack. Also, his nose is different, and also his chin is different, and also he's more skinny looking, while this guy over here is a giant fucking beef boy.
No, he's
Alright.
he's a square. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Also,
so
he's got them hairy pits.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have one more topic, and we have to go like through it for in 5 minutes, and then that'll be it.
Okay.
Final topic. Yesterday, Funimation got into some big trouble.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday, like there's been some leaked audio of like Goku being homophobic, Chi-Chi having incest with Gohan, and like fucking who's that one shitty character from DBZ that gets killed all the time? I'm trying to remember.
Yamcha.
The white guy.
Yeah, like Yamcha was getting sodomized by like that old green guy. I'm trying to. I haven't seen.
Piccolo.
No, not Piccolo. It's like the old guy that got fused with Piccolo.
Mr. Pickles.
Mr. Popo.
No, not Mr. Pope.
Because
no, Mr.
I heard his voice in that recording too.
No, it's like it was the guy before Dende. I'm trying to remember. Like I haven't seen Dragon.
I'm sure you're saying naughty words.
Oh yeah, and
You
also
know, if you're offended by that, but like I call bullshit because let's be honest, when you're a child, you want to hear your character say at least one swear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at like the age of 3, like I used to think that like I always wanted to hear like that one episode of SpongeBob where like SpongeBob and Patrick were swearing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I've always wanted to know like what they were saying.
It's like also they're not trying to be offensive. It's like let's be honest. Like I'm pretty sure he wasn't even trying to use that word as like a homophobic slur because I don't really like. Has anyone ever actually used that word as a gay slur? Honestly, at this point.
Yes.
There's a lot of people who use that term as an insult. Well,
Yes.
I thought they stopped.
Nah, like people still do it. Like I hear it like a lot, like on the streets of New York City. People still call me that.
yeah.
That cheer's so beautiful. Fuck those bitches.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like it's not really acceptable to use it now. But here's my take on it. It's not really people are not mad because of that. Because they said naughty stuff, because I honestly saw it as just like voice actors just fooling around.
Yeah.
But
it's like people were just angry at like the company Funimation for allowing this during like business hours, even though like
I was gonna get to that. That the reason people are mad because it shows Funimation's hypocrisy. Because they're like, oh, we don't tolerate this like work behavior, and next thing you know, they do this to Vic Mignola, and they fire him because like allegations, which ended up being like not true. Like he was mistaken for someone else.
Yeah, Fran was like, "How dare you defend?" No, the guy was innocent.
Like. 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 Yeah, like back to him. They are like, oh, they fired him right away, but yet they're not firing them for the voice actors. They allowed them to like make like these like really raunchy like outtakes.
To be honest, though, this isn't as bad as. To be honest, though, like these aren't as bad as like the stuff that they say in Team 4-Star. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, Team 4-Star, like, all right. Like, it's honestly pretty tame, but like even what like the Funimation people like did was tame in my eyes. But like here's the thing with Yamcha being sodomized, that went on for way too long. Like I'm like, all right, that wasn't improv. You probably planned that shit out.
Yeah.
It was like a secret fan fiction you wrote.
No,
Well,
they were
isn't
acting.
like that's what they did. They look up like shitty fan fiction. Like, let's just do that.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Yeah.
So, is this
Anyway.
the end of the podcast?
Yep.
Yeah.
Subs over dubs, everybody.
My iPhone's dying like a dying man.
Well, everyone, I'm CatBit. Who are you people?
We're going to hell. That's who we are.
I'm random.
Goodbye, everyone. Piccolo, kill us all off.
So check yourself before you wreck yourself.